has hit us. Y'all still suck like 𝗵𝗵𝗀𝗆𝗀𝗵. Sip this beat, let's back it up. And I don't care about critics, they talk too much, and I know that I gotta keep on grinding, finding myself. I ain't gonna stop until I know I had enough. Mama, I made it, I know that they see me. I'm popping these bottles just like I'm a genie. I'm glad that you made me. It's all in my DNA. I'm about my chips like I'm working for 𝗵𝗄𝗄𝗃. And bet it bag on myself. I don't do this for my health. Every thread is a champion. Got the title, need a belt. I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Once I do it big, what's to follow is a check. I need 100 bags, nothing more, nothing less. And the ops feel away, cause I'm next, I'm a threat. Oh yeah. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. It's a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. I don't take my word for it, this a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. Gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. I don't take my word for it, this a promise and a threat.
Still young spits, but you come a young boss. Eating real good, so a man's gon' floss. Got me
They hate me, now I'm feeling like Chris. Rock with the team, cause you know that we winning, we with it, we going, we flowing again. I might just go by a Benz, I might just blow my advance. Whoa, I did it all for the feeling. Alive, but I'm making a killing. I'm gonna break every ceiling, cause I need a million, but I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Cause once I do it big, what's to follow is a check. I need 100 bags, nothing more, nothing less. And the ops feel away, cause I'm next, I'm a threat. Oh yeah. Really, y'all don't know this. Y'all in danger, I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a I ain't letting up, my foot is on your my word for it, this a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. It's a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, this a promise and a threat. I ain't been feeling spectacular, flow so sick it's hazardous. Y'all still suck like 𝗵𝗵𝗀𝗆𝗀𝗵. Sip this beat, let's back it up. And I don't care about critics, cause they talk too much, and I know that I gotta keep on grinding, finding myself. I ain't gonna stop until I know I had enough. Mama, I made it, I know that they see me. I'm popping these bottles just like I'm a genie. I'm glad that you made me. It's all in my DNA. I'm about my chips like I'm working for 𝗵𝗄𝗄𝗃. And bet it bag on myself. I don't do this for my health. Every thread is a champion. Got the know that it's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, this is a promise and a threat.
still young spits, but you come a young boss. Eating real good, so a man's gon' floss. Got my weight up in my view real posh. You a frisbee man, so that mean you get tossed. Got a new crib, 𝗬𝗎 in the back. Numbers ran up, had to split it with the chaps. Realest in the city, in my record, I fact. But your man's only chat when he do it in the raps like Swag go lost and don't really care what it cost them. You don't wanna cost them. My lifestyle awesome, couldn't decide if my gal want it too, so I bought them. Don't run track, but I run up a check. Run, do it real big, gotta one up the next. Point to the sky with the one up, I'm blessed. I'm young, rich and black, so you know I'm a threat.
ציון וירושלים, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון
Tonight's IEHL broadcast is brought to you by Ponte FPV Drone Video, 𝗨𝗏𝗄𝗃 Skate Sharpen, Hockey Central Shop in Krefeld, Germany, Transport Regent, Canada's finest moving company for over 20 years, and 𝗨𝗏𝗃 Photography Store in Tel Aviv.
Good afternoon and welcome.
A very special kid. Today, a very special kid celebrates his fourth birthday. Welcome, please, 𝗧𝗏𝗺
Welcome to One Ice Arena as we're getting ready to start the second semifinal game between the Holon Vipers and the Jerusalem Capitals. There you see Netanya coach Michael Horowitz and his son dropping the puck here. It's his son's fourth birthday. Horowitz coming off a 3-1 win with his HC Netanya team. They're heading to the finals to face the winner of this game. It's Jerusalem and Holon. The second and third seeds about is Ben Baruch alongside my broadcast partner, Jacob Schlossel. We're in for a good one tonight, Jacob.
We absolutely are. These are two teams that have battled all year. Pretty evenly matched, looking for a spot and a date Sunday night with Netanya for a chance to win the title.
Here you see our head-to-head matchup in two former KHLers going at it. Eliezer 𝗬𝗏𝗺, second in the league in points, and Kirill Polozov opposite him, number 88 for Holon.
Yeah, ever since Aaron Spivak came and joined this team, 𝗬𝗏𝗺's production has gone through the roof, having a sidekick.
As here's Kaplan bringing it in. In front for Weiner, he's picked off by Gelbart. Here come the Capitals the other way. It's Aaron Spivak. Spivak drags to the outside, and it's picked off by Loganov. Sent down the ice where 𝗵𝗵𝗆𝗺 will collect for the Capitals. 𝗵𝗆𝗆 having a little trouble with this one. He finds Michael Spivak. He launches it ahead for 𝗧𝗏 Levy. Back from a little trip in Canada. Here's Eliezer 𝗬𝗏𝗺. 𝗬𝗏𝗺 tries to cut around 𝗬𝗏𝗺. 𝗬𝗏𝗺 stood him up. Igor 𝗬𝗏𝗺, the 20-year-old Belarusian, played a couple years in the top Belarusian league. Might not have the most points this season for Holon, but he's been a real stalwart defensively. 𝗬𝗏𝗺 again. Tries to shake off 𝗬𝗏𝗺. He hands off to Richie Hayward, wearing number 10 in blue and green. Now turnover, and Jerusalem tries to bring it up ice. Levy curls back. Gets away from Sawyer Stinchfield. The middle of the ice intended for 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗏, picked off by Ritchie Hayward. 𝗬𝗏𝗺 to get it deep. And now Hayward back to get it for the Vipers. 𝗏𝗏𝗃 to Stinchfield. Here's a shot and a save by Resinger. Now the other way comes Netta Halpert. At that pass ahead of him. So it's David Greeton to Chris Blake. Here comes Holon into the zone. Shot is muffed down, and then Kerner got it on goal. 2 saves by Resinger. They get it back to the point. Schifrin gets it all the way around. Chris Blake out in front, and then Gelbart throws it away from the front of the net. Schifrin looking for Kerner down the left wing. That pass got ahead of him. Back to get it is Jesse Michelle wearing number 60. Now face-off.
Really, really interesting to start this game. We saw the first line go out there with Yuval Halpert with the Spivak brothers, which totally surprised me. 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗏 was centering that line the past 2 games since Aaron Spivak came and joined this team. They were all but unstoppable. Jerusalem's trying to spread that depth out with a little bit with 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗏 playing with Levy and Schwartzman.
Spivak off that face-off, shot it wide. Now Aaron Spivak. Trying to go back to the point with this one blocked away by Kerner. Now in front for Michael, he couldn't get a shot on. Michelle a drive, and it's blockered aside by Goldberg. Michelle throws it back for Gelbart. Jerusalem starts a rush. That one got away from Halpert and will go all the way down. Spivak negates the icing. Put one in front for Yuval Halpert. He couldn't direct it on goal. Comes around to Michael Spivak. Spivak. Now it's Aaron. Trying to go back in front for Michael. Weiner stood him up. Battle for it along the corner boards. Here's Michael Spivak sending one across the ice. No one there for Jerusalem. Here's Daniil Michlin. Moves up ice with Polozov and Weiner. Michlin out in front. It's blocked away by Gelbart. Goes back to the point for Alon Kaplan. He drives one towards the goal. It's blocked away by Gelbart. Michlin back to the point for Kaplan. He shoots one into the glove of Jonathan Resinger.
You see early, one of our featured players, the line of Kirill Polozov, creating chances. The speed of Michlin on the end set up that chance in the offensive zone. However, Resinger had no problems with the shot from the blue line, catching it in his glove.
This one comes back to the point again for Kaplan. Throws one this time to the corner where 𝗏𝗏𝗺 will send this one up and out of play. Did that hit anything? I don't think so, Jacob.
It did not. There should be a delay of game call here, and they will get that right. 𝗏𝗏𝗺 is going to be sent off early in this game for a delay of game penalty. And we're going to see Holon on a power play. Only 3.5 minutes into this battle.
𝗏𝗺 tries to clear that one high off the short glass, and that one went right over it and into the stands. So power play coming up for the Vipers. Here's Kaplan, sends it across to Loganov. Now Polozov skates outside the circle. Down low to Weiner. Polozov looks for a lane, trying to go back to the point for Loganov. It got broken up by 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗏. Loganov will reset in the neutral zone. Here's Daniil Michlin. Galloping through center ice, picked off by 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗏. 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗏 tries to move in shorthanded. 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏 cuts to the outside. Hurls away from Loganov. Sends it across. Itzik Levy. Down low for 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏. That one too far away from him, so Carson Weiner tries to reverse it for the Vipers. Polozov left it for 𝗏𝗏𝗃. Then back to Polozov. Polozov gets around Gelbart, threw one out in front, intended for Charles Greshus. He couldn't get a stick on it. 𝗏𝗏𝗃 over to Polozov, bumps it to Hayward. He shoots one and a kick save by Resinger. Comes across again, and Spivak got in the way of that one. Hayward holds the zone. 𝗏𝗏𝗃 now gets around Gelbart. 51 seconds left in the power play. Greshus working hard behind the net, tries to throw one out in front. 𝗏𝗏𝗃 still battling for it. He takes the puck away. Polozov to Michlin. Back to 𝗵𝗆𝗃𝗃, then 𝗵𝗁. Now across to Hayward. 𝗵𝗆𝗃 a drive, and he sent it wide and into the protective netting.
That was a rip from 𝗵𝗆𝗃, however, he didn't quite catch it clean. You'll see right here, tried a one-timer, just kind of came off the stick, a little awkward, missed the net by a wide margin, hit the blue of the boards and went up and out of play where the puck is still stuck in the netting. The face-off is coming all the way out to center ice.
.29 seconds left on the 𝗨𝗵𝗺 penalty. Here's Ritchie Hayward back into the zone. Curls away from Halpert and then gets it deep. Halpert sent hard into the boards by Chris Blake. There's going to be a penalty on Blake. That does it for the power play.
That penalty has been called all year in this league. When a player has his back turned on the opposing team and they take a run towards the boards, that is a penalty every time. Pretty foolish penalty from Holon's captain, Chris Blake, on the power play as it was winding down. Nonetheless, we're going to have 13 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, followed by a long power play for Jerusalem.
It's the Spivak brothers with Nathan Norris and Jesse Michel, the unit for the Jerusalem Capitals, but it's Holon taking this one off the faceoff and they bring it ahead. Ritchie Hayward skating smoothly through center. He'll dump it in and go off on a change. Aaron Spivak sends it ahead for Michael, trying to chip it around Gryton, and he sends Gryton hard into the boards. That one will not be called. Gryton is still down on the ice, and now we're going to have a whistle.
Another dangerous play. Honestly, I thought this was more dangerous than the first one. I think you'll see it again. There's a lot of speed from both Michael Spivak and Gryton where they collided. Gryton looks to be in a lot of pain. He's up and skating now. He is pointing to his left knee as to what hurts. You can see it there kind of go and wedge itself in between the ice and the boards. It's good to see him up after a pretty fast, scary collision. There are going to be no penalties there, however.
I think if you make the call on Blake, you have to make the call on Michael Spivak.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of surprised there hasn't been one. It was a very, very similar play, but we're going to see Jerusalem power play.
Off the center ice face-off. Abrahams and Stinchfield battle. Stinchfield still hacking away at Abrahams, and there's going to be a penalty. Stinchfield's going to go to the box. Resches scores, but no, the penalty was coming against the Vipers.
Really, really dumb penalty by Sawyer Stinchfield. He's one of the leaders on this team. I talked to him before this playoffs, and he knows what he's capable of doing when he stays out of the penalty box. Right there with 3 officials, we're used to seeing 2. A lot more of the stuff behind the play is going to get called. Stinchfield did not like getting tied up at the blue line with Max Abrahams, and so he kind of took a little jab at Abrahams' legs behind the play, but the lead official caught it. And now we're going to see a minute and 24 seconds of 5-on-3 for the Jerusalem Capitals. What an opportunity halfway through this first period.
Right off the face-off, that one goes out of play, and Sawyer Stinchfield, after getting in the box, was still barking at the Jerusalem bench.
Yeah, it's really frustrating early in this game when your 2 leaders of this team are in the penalty box together, and you just have to watch as you're counting on the 3 guys that are on the ice to defend and try to stay level.
Stinchfield and Blake are teammates on the Fort Worth Barracudas of the MWHL, the Mountain West Hockey League, both in the box. Chris Blake will be the first one out in a minute and 11 seconds. Aaron Spivak. Down low to Abrahams. Abrahams looking for a lane, sends one on goal, and it's blocked wide. Abrahams retrieves the stick. Aaron Spivak now in from the point. Looks for a lane. He goes behind the net. Now out in front, 𝗕𝗏𝗏 bumps it over to Abrahams. Then Aaron Spivak tries to go back to 𝗕𝗏𝗏, and Dolkart picked it off. 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗲𝗹 shakes off 𝗂𝗵𝗆 and moves up ice. 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗹 to the outside. Goes behind the net with this one. Back to the point for 𝗵𝗃𝗍𝗃. Then 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗃 hurls away from 𝗏𝗏𝗃. 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗃 down low for 𝗧𝗂𝗏𝗃. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 regains the puck in the circle. Trying to go out in front to 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗃, make the drive. Now he sends it across. 𝗵𝗃𝗍𝗃 sends it across, and 𝗵𝗃 couldn't get it on goal.
What a look from 𝗵𝗃𝗍𝗃 there. Put it on a platter for Jerusalem captain 𝗧𝗂𝗏𝗃, and he could not finish it. Kind of got caught in his skates.
Here's 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗃 back the other way. Now a 5-on-4 for 28 seconds. Here's a pass across. 𝗧𝗂𝗏𝗃 fanned on the shot. 𝗧𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗃 walks the line, guarded by Blake. This puck comes all the way around. 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗃 tried to chop it deep, but instead it comes onto the stick of Chris Blake, and he'll get the clear. 5 seconds left on the Sinchfield minor. Resinger plays it away from Michelin. 𝗵𝗃𝗍𝗃 will start things up. He gives to Nathaniel Norris as the power play expires. 𝗧𝗏𝗃 throws Norris down to the ice, but Netta Halpert comes in to take the puck. Here's Halpert. Tried to hit 𝗵𝗃𝗍𝗃 on a breakaway pass. Michelin now turns the other way for the Vipers. Here's Daniil Michelin to the outside, cuts in. Punched away by Josh Greenberg. Halpert right side for Max Abrahams. That pass didn't connect. Now it's Shiffrin. Ben Isri up the right side of the ice to Chris Blake. As Kaplan going to the goal, but Norris gets there first for Jerusalem. Shiffrin holds the zone. 10 Jerusalem trying to clear the zone. Here's Bothpool. He can't clear. Norris takes this one behind his own net, has Halpert on left wing. Cross-ice feed towards Abrahams is picked off by David Greeton. Greeton shoots one wide. Now it's 𝗵𝗃𝗍𝗃 the other way. 𝗵𝗃 trying to get around Greeton, and was able to kick it to the sidewall. 𝗵𝗃 still dancing against Jerusalem defenders, or excuse me, the Holon defenders. There's a shot from Halpert that hits the side of Max Goldberg. He goes down hard off the check from Shiffrin. Now 𝗵𝗃 gets pinned to the wall. Comes back towards the point. Michael 𝗵𝗃 backhands one on goal. It's blocked away by Greeton. Halpert tried to center one in front. He's working hard behind the net, but it's taken away by the Vipers. It's Itai Kerner. Bothpool trying to keep it deep. Kerner able to clear the zone. Ben Isri hands off with Kerner. Kerner to the outside. Throws one on goal. This one slowly towards Resinger is blocked away by Avneri. He's able to get it over the blue line. Jerusalem making some changes. Back it comes for Nissan Bothpool. Then Schwartzman, that one took a funky hop off the Zamboni door. Schwartzman still able to clear it though. Dolkart, good work on the penalty box area. Brought ahead by Schwartzman. Then 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗃 curls it down low for Schwartzman. That pass away from him. Here comes Daniil Michelin the other way for Holon, down the right wing. Michelin takes a tumble. Jerusalem tries to clear. Loganov holds the zone. Weiner hands off with Loganov. Loganov shoots and is saved by 𝗵𝗃𝗍𝗃. The rebound goes into the crease. Can't be directed on goal. Now 𝗧𝗂𝗏𝗃 ahead for 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗃, kept in the zone by Dolkart. Goes into the goal. In front, a chance for Belazov, and a save by Resinger. Puck is still loose for a second, but he's able to cover.
That save by Resinger right there was probably the first time that we've seen a goalie be tested this entire game so far. There's been a lot of back and forth, but not a lot of chances. Both teams look a little jumpy. The passes aren't crisp. Not a lot of good finishing. And right there, we saw Dolkart and Belazov hook up for a great chance in front of the net.
Lone Kaplan cuts in with this one, gives to Blake. Out in front for Sinchfield, he couldn't direct it on. Precious around. Gets it past Gelbart. Sinchfield in deep. 𝗬𝗏𝗺 out in front. He shot one off the pad of 𝗏𝗁𝗺, and they score! Charles Greshus! Now some extracurriculars between Hayward and Jesse Michel, but Charles Greshus gets the first goal of the game for Holon.
Greshus and 𝗬𝗏𝗺 are fired up after that goal. I talked about the goalies not getting tested at all. Right there, 𝗬𝗁𝗺 had it. He just dropped the puck, and that's what happens when you crash the net. Good things happen. You create your own luck. Went straight through 𝗬𝗁𝗺's jersey, came down in between his legs. Greshus picked that up and slid it right into the back of the net. What a great start for that top line for Holon, opening the scoring in this ballgame.
They win the center ice face-off after the goal. Just a rough play in front of the net. Crashing and banging, that's a real playoff goal. This one comes all the way around for Richie Hayward. They go 2-on-2 into the corner. Then Norris able to curl it away from the front of the net. Here comes Yuval Halpert. He's stood up by Alon Kaplan. Charles Greshus gets the clear. This one slows down, so no icing, or so he thought, and actually gonna come back.
So far, besides for Levy's two fans on the doorstep, Jerusalem has created no chances. I'd really like to see the line of 𝗕𝗏𝗺 and the Spivak brothers link up. They were unstoppable in the two games they played together. I understand the argument for trying to create depth and trying to create offense from your top two lines, but they were so good and no one could stop them. So I think we'll see those three go back together at some point in this game if the offense continues to look like this.
For now, it's 𝗕𝗏𝗺, Schwartzman, and 𝗫𝗃 Levies. There's a shot off the faceoff. That whistles wide. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 and 𝗫𝗃 Levy played a lot when Levy was in the lineup. Had to go back home to Canada for a little bit for family member's wedding. Back here for the playoffs. 𝗏𝗏𝗺 takes a spill. Picking it up is Ben Isri trying to center one out in front. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 there to clear the zone. But now in front, a chance, and they go wide with it! Good attempt through the legs. Pamensky goes down low. Now a penalty coming up. This one goes out of the zone. Schifrin will throw it back down low. 𝗬𝗁𝗺 will touch the puck, and now a penalty coming up. It's going to be a slash. I think it's a really soft call. We're going to have another look at it there.
Yeah, I don't even think that's what the penalty was called.
No, it's not.
It was after that where we saw a slash from Nissan 𝗏𝗏𝗺. We've seen a trend with this lead referee of Artur Litterman for there to be a lot less leniency for what is allowed and what is not allowed.
We saw in the last game a really good piece of officiating in a playoff game. They were letting some calls go, but that's just how playoff hockey works. So far, a lot more ticky-tacky calls as there is a save by Jonathan 𝗬𝗁𝗺.
Yeah, Ben, just like you were saying, this is playoff hockey. We saw in the last game, which I thought was an exceptionally officiated game. They let a lot go, and that's what happens. It's a physical game. The intensity steps up with only a few games left this season in the playoffs.
Avneri having some trouble with this one behind the net. It comes free, and it's taken by Alexander Loganov. Throws it around for Kirill Polozov. Polozov for Holon. Back to the point for 𝗏𝗏𝗺, able to hold it in. 𝗏𝗏𝗺 across to Polozov. He shoots one, and it's blockered aside by 𝗬𝗁𝗺. Gelbart able to send one in ahead, intended for Aaron Spivak, but it's brought back in by 𝗏𝗏𝗺. Polozov able to hold the zone. Curls with this one. Polozov shoots one on into the glove of 𝗬𝗁𝗺.
I love the looks from Kirill Polozov. He's really stepped up his game. I thought he's created exceptionally for this team. You'll see him just walk it down the blue line, wait for an opening, and fire one on net. We know that 𝗬𝗁𝗺 has had a tendency to drop the puck, as he did on that first goal for Holon. So I love keep throwing pucks at him, make him make mistakes.
Minute 9 left in the Nissan 𝗏𝗏𝗺 penalty. This one comes as far as Alon Kaplan. He's able to keep it deep. Sawyer 𝗬𝗏𝗺 around to Blake. Up top, it's Hayward. Hayward down low for 𝗬𝗏𝗺. He couldn't control that one. Midfield curls in the corner. Out in front, a shot went off of 𝗏𝗏 and through the crease. Kaplan to Blake. Trying to go around. Nathan Norris runs into him. He kicks it around for 𝗕𝗏𝗺, who gets the clear. 𝗧𝗲. Back to 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Jerusalem looking to kill some extra time. Pass in front of 𝗏 to 𝗵𝗍. 𝗘𝗀𝗃 went low around the boards. 𝗵𝗃 can't clear. 𝗵𝗍 back to get it again. But now a turnover in front. Blake almost had a clear look at it. Blake comes back to Kaplan. He shoots one on save. 𝗏, they score! Alone Kaplan makes it 2-0.
Again, you throw pucks at the net, you're going to get great bounces. They're going to go in. That's what this Holon team does so well against the rest of this league. They throw pucks on the net. They trust their players in front to get sticks on it, to get deflections. Kaplan, with a very smart play, just throws one. There's a ton of traffic. There's two guys. I'm not even sure if this is going to be credited to 𝗏𝗏, 𝗬𝗏field, or the defenseman. Looks like they're writing it down right now. I believe it was Sawyer 𝗬𝗏field. And you see what he's so capable of doing when he stays out of the penalty box. He's so talented, and he is the life of this Holon team.
Rosberg didn't like that spray from Michael Spivak. They are crediting the goal to Alone Kaplan. It's going to come from Sawyer 𝗬𝗏field and Chris Blake. There's that spray again.
Yeah, that was definitely late. I like 𝗀𝗃 taking exception to it. You stand up for yourself. His teammates might not stood up for him enough.
Now a shot off the faceoff by Aaron Spivak is gobbled up by 𝗀𝗃.
Yeah, they haven't been able to really test 𝗀𝗃 at all. You got to get him rattled one way or another. Now it's a pretty calculated spray there from Michael Spivak.
.12 seconds left here in the first period. Off the face-off, another shot by Aaron Spivak, hit a leg in front. Now it's Pomenski trying to settle down this puck. Brought in by Maroma Abraham. Sends one out in front. Kerner, a backhand shot as the horn sounds. Holon leading this game 2-0 at the end of one period. We'll be right back here from One Ice Arena in about a minute.
Tonight's IEHL broadcast is brought to you by Ponke FPV Drone Video, Pro Edge's Skate Sharpening, Hockey Central Shop in Krefeld, Germany, Transport Region, Canada's finest moving company for over 20 years, and 𝗨𝗏𝗃 photography store in Tel-Aviv.
Welcome back to One Ice Arena for the second period between the Holon Vipers and the Jerusalem Capitals. Winner of this game gets to face Netanya in the final on Sunday. Holon off to a really good start. They're leading this one 2-0.
Absolutely, that was a perfect start for Holon. They dominated every phase of the game in front of the net, defensively, in the neutral zone, and that's why they're up 2 goals coming into the second period. I would look for them to do the exact same stuff as they were doing in the first period.
Here's 𝗬𝗵𝗆 off the faceoff, gives to Michael 𝗬𝗵𝗃. 𝗬𝗵𝗃 shoots one into the breadbasket of Max Goldberg.
I like it. You want to test the goalies early and often. 8 seconds into this period, it's already a shot on net for Jerusalem. They're going to have an offensive zone faceoff. You want to really establish your attack and establish your presence in the offensive zone, and that is what Jerusalem is doing only 10 seconds into this period.
Seems like the center has been shifting. Jerusalem seems to be going with basically a line of 2 forwards and then they flip-flop centers. There you see the 𝗬𝗵𝗃 brothers again together, but they're centered by 𝗬𝗵𝗆. I'm going to keep an eye on as second period progresses. 𝗬𝗵𝗃 a turning shot, and it's patted aside by Goldberg. Michael 𝗬𝗵𝗃. Spin to the boards by Yegor Dolkart. Weiner able to muscle that one out of the zone. 𝗬𝗵𝗃 gets it down low ahead of the red line, so no icing. Alexander Loganov turned the puck over. Out in front, intended for Aaron 𝗬𝗵𝗃. Going to get his stick in there. Now it comes to Michael. Written off by Dolkart, still able to get the puck over. 𝗬𝗏𝗏 scores! Jerusalem is on the board, it's 2-1.
You know, I was talking about the line of 𝗬𝗏𝗆 and the 𝗬𝗵𝗃 brothers. That was on a change. It wasn't even supposed to be. 𝗬𝗏𝗆 was just the first one on the ice, but it was those 3 together creating a goal. That's exactly what I was talking about. An amazing one-handed pass from Michael 𝗬𝗵𝗃 to get the puck to 𝗬𝗏𝗆 right in the center of the ice. There was no defender in the way. It was just him and Goldberg, and 𝗬𝗏𝗆 cuts the deficit in half.
Not even a minute into the second period. That's exactly what you need from the Jerusalem Capitals. 𝗷𝗄𝗄 up ahead to 𝗪vartsman. He gets it in deep. Alone Kaplan trying to turn things the other way, but he can't get it out of the zone. That one fluttered over the stick of 𝗵𝗃 Lephi. Now it's Sawyer Stinchfield shooting one on, and a save by Resinger. 𝗕RBATOV goes down. He's grabbing his hand. Now he picks up his stick. But Holon tries to center out in front. It was Grecius looking Stinchfield in front. Couldn't get it on goal. Hayward to Kaplan. He bobbles that puck. And now 𝗵𝗃 Lephi trying to send one ahead for 𝗕RBATOV. Kaplan got back to break it up. Here's Stinchfield the other way. Drops it for Blake. Blake out in front for Stinchfield. And he couldn't get a stick on it. The other way comes 𝗕RBATOV, 3-on-2 for the Capitals. Gets around Richie Hayward. 𝗕RBATOV drops it for Lephi, and he couldn't get it on goal. The follow-up chance by 𝗪vartsman is patted aside. Chris Blake has Stinchfield up ice. Finds him with a pass. Has Michel to beat. Stinchfield drags and shoots one on the stick of 𝗪𝗺.
That is 3 times now where Lephi has had fantastic chances in front of the net. He just hasn't been able to connect with the puck. That's got to be pretty frustrating. And Stinchfield coming down, creating chances. Really nice block by 𝗪𝗺 in front of the net to send the puck up and out of play.
Face-off coming deep in the Holon end. Arom Abram wearing number 22 out there with David Ben-Izri and Itai Kerner. Up comes the Nissan Bolt. He flips one ahead for Aaron 𝗬𝗵𝗃. Left side, it's Michael. Drop for 𝗬𝗵𝗆 trying to chip it around Dolkart. Good strong play by Dolkart to ride Halpert off. And then Abram's able to get it to center ice. Here's Abram into the zone, dips around Bolt. Abram shoots in a save by Resinger off the mask, and he covers up.
Abram with 2 nifty moves so far in this game. You saw right here going around the legs and trying to elevate in the same exact corner that we saw Mike Levin score in the first game. He also had the chance out in front of the net in the first period where he tried to go through the legs to score the goal. That's pretty nifty play from the third liner for this team. If you can create and be that creative on this third line, this Holon team is going to be very dangerous.
Here's 𝗕RBATOV picking it up in his own zone for the Capitals. 𝗕RBATOV flying through center. He's going to take this one himself. 𝗕RBATOV goes behind the net. For a pass out front. Drops it for Aaron 𝗬𝗵𝗃. Now he throws it on goal, and it just missed wide. Ben-Izri returns it the other way. Michael 𝗬𝗵𝗃 keeps the zone, trying to feed it in front for 𝗕RBATOV. 𝗬𝘃𝗍𝗵 tries to muscle it down low, but Holon able to grab the puck and send it the other way. This one's hoisted out by 𝗏𝗏𝗏, and now 𝗏𝗏𝗏 brings it down to his stick. Got it towards the goal, and 𝗏𝗏𝗏 sent it away, but now a whistle. I think we're having another penalty.
Arthur Litterman called that penalty from the other end of the ice. You know, you can't really say too much about his refereeing, except for that it's been very, very questionable and borderline terrible. He made that call all the way from the Holon defensive zone on a trip that was in front of 𝗏𝗏𝗏. You gotta let a little bit go. It's playoff hockey. It's horrible, and it takes away from the pace of the game, just whistles. It ruins it a little bit. It's very frustrating. I can see why Norris is in the blocks. Very, very frustrated.
Here is Alexander Loganov as Holon gets to work on their power play. Kaplan to Polozov. Back to the point for Kaplan. Now it's Loganov. It's for Lane, goes back to Kaplan. Kaplan sends one through, it's blocked by Halpert. Now Polozov goes back to the point. Polozov steps and shoots one, and it's blocked by 𝗏𝗏𝗏 and out of play.
Another really good chance for Polozov, showing off that talent he has with his wrist shot. Just like we saw in the first period on the power play, he just walks it down the blue line, waits for his chance, waits for that opening. A nice save up top by 𝗏𝗏𝗏 to send the puck out of play. Now Holon is going to get their first line out there, which scored the previous power play goal. Look for them to really, really take advantage here.
Precious will step in for this face-off. Part of that first line had 3 goals and 3 assists for 6 points in 7 regular season games. And now Stinchfield going to work. Sends one out in front and off the pad of 𝗏𝗏𝗏. This one will come all the way down. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 comes out to play it. Turned it over to 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏. He threw it on it, and 𝗏𝗏𝗏 had to pat it aside. Rough play for Max 𝗏𝗏𝗏, able to prevent a goal. Now it's Stinchfield. Up ahead. Precious shoots one and a save by 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Now 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 backhands one ahead for Levy. 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 trying to join him. Levy sends one out in front, and 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 not able to get there. Here is Yegor 𝗏𝗏𝗏 wearing number 59 for the Vipers. Right side, it's Blake. In front for Grecius, trying to get around 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏. He stood him up nicely. The way comes Michael. Short-handed chance. Michael 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 shoots one, save made, rebound, they score! 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, a short-handed goal, and we're tied at 2!
I've been preaching it all night. You throw pucks on the net, you create your own luck, good things happen. The 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏s, both of them are going to record their second point of this game on the penalty kill. Michael 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 walks the puck in, waits, throws some patience. It wasn't a very good shot, but he got it there. And 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 crashes the net, picks it up, and there was no one there. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 was so far out of his crease when he made this save that 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 had nothing but room to slide it home. You know, Jerusalem really deserved that goal after giving up a power play goal on a questionable call early and another questionable call, but now they convert shorthanded.
Holon, though, still with some work to do on the power play. But now it ticks down off a Jerusalem clear. Nathan Norris about to step back out onto the ice. Here's Carson Weiner trying to cut through everybody for the Capitals, and Jerusalem able to just clear this one all the way down. Daniil Milchan. Back checked away by 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏. Clears it into the neutral zone. Henrik Ďelbart there to get it. The outside with this one. Ďelbart back to Halpert. Exchanges with Ďelbart. Now out in front, 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 couldn't handle that pass. That was up in the air. Now Netta Halpert tries to get a deep greeting on his backhand, able to clear it out, but now a 2-on-1 for Holon. Milchan with Polozov tries to get it in front. It was blocked away by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and then Halpert clears it to the side. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 quickly the other way, trying to chop it around Sergei Shiffrin. He'll curl back with this one. Now finds Netta Halpert on left wing. Dances around Shiffrin. Dropped it for Halpert. Here's 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, drags it, shoots, he scores! 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 again! 3-2 Jerusalem.
This is a story of 2 periods in this hockey game. Holon dominated the first period where 𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺 looked really unsettled. So far, only 6 minutes plus into this period, 𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺 has his second goal in the matter of minutes. What a play that is from him. He picks up the puck from a pass, which kind of just floated around. A nice little drag back. He had that whole right side of the net wide open, and he put it exactly where he needed to. Holon's going to call a timeout, trying to settle in after giving up 3 quick goals. But 𝗂𝗄𝗆 looked a little bit out of position on each of the last 2 goals. Jerusalem's second goal, he was really far out, which gave 𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺 the room to slide it home. And on this one, he was way pulled over, where 𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺 had the entire right side of the net.
𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺 involved in all 3 Jerusalem goals this afternoon. He's looked really, really good, especially on that last goal, Jacob.
Absolutely, that shows how good he is. This is only his 3rd game of the IEHL season, but immediately from the first moments we saw him in warm-ups on that first night, we said, who is that? We looked on the roster sheet, we realized it was 𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺, and since then he has so many goals and just as many assists. He's been involved in all 3 goals tonight, and he's pretty much carrying this Jerusalem team thus far in this period.
Point-a-game player in the IEHL. Really talented forward and a great addition for the Jerusalem Capitals. Here's 𝗷𝗲 shooting, and it's blocked down by 𝗪𝗏. But now a 3-on-1 the other way for Jerusalem. Here's 𝗕𝗏𝗺. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 out in front looking for 𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺, and he couldn't get a stick on it. Now Pamensky up ahead to 𝗷𝗲. 𝗷𝗲 drags and shoots one, and it went wide. 𝗷𝗲 the follow-up on goal, and a save by Resinger. Here's 𝗕𝗏𝗺 back the other way. Right side, Schwartzman tries to get around Loganov. He sends one in front. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 battling against 𝗏𝗏𝗺 for it. 𝗏𝗏𝗺 wins it and clears the zone. Here's Pamensky. Pamensky to the outside for Holon. Drops it in front for Ben-Izri. 𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺 gets it and clears it down the ice. Kaplan, right side ahead of Carson Weiner. Avneri hoists it ahead. Settles down for Josh Greenberg, but then it's brought back by Polozov. He finds Carson Weiner. Weiner is shot, and it's deflected wide. Now it goes in front of Resinger, and he covers up.
Credit to Jerusalem, even without a coach, someone on their bench, I will assume it's going to be 𝗪𝗏𝗺, made the decision to shorten the bench. Their top 2 lines were just alternating shifts so far the first 7.5 minutes of this period, and they've absolutely dominated. They're winning this period 3-0, and we see the 3rd line going to work now. They might kind of get back in the rotation, but those top 2 lines have been so good.
Here's Polozov dancing around, trying to get the puck back, but then settle down for him in front of Resinger. Polozov try to go back to the point for Kaplan. It's Max Abrahams getting it and stepping around alone Kaplan. Greenberg gets it deep. Now Carson Weiner looks up ice and brings it ahead. Left side, Polozov. Behind the net now, Daniil Michlin. Back to the point, Hayward sends it back in. This play is offside, Holon needs to touch up. Avneri launches one ahead to Val Halpert for Michael 𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺. Goes behind the net as Itsik Levy parked in front. 𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺, a turning shot, a save made, and then Levy sent it wide. Halpert in front for Michael 𝗵𝘃𝗵𝗺. He shoots one over the head of Max 𝗂𝗄𝗆. Halpert, really good job holding the zone. Stinchfield lifts his stick and regains possession for the Vipers. Good hard play at the blue line, but now Holon brings it back in. Drop pass for Stinchfield. He gets it deep, sends Grecius in after it. Round it comes to Blake. Now Grecius. Stinchfield trying to curl one out in front. Resinger held the post, and now he's got the puck under his blocker.
Stinchfield is visibly frustrated right now after seeing their lead turn into a deficit in only the matter of minutes. When Stinchfield is frustrated, it either means 2 things, and there's really no in between. It's either 1, a great individual play by him, which leads to a goal, or penalty. If you're Cologne and if you're Stinchfield, you've really got to keep yourself in check so it can be that goal. Turn that anger into great offensive play.
There's a reason he's on the first line ahead of an ex-KHLer like 𝗵𝗏𝗆. Comes in front to Stinchfield. Tries to drag and shoot. It was blocked away by 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Now the stick goes out of Stinchfield's hands. He wants a penalty. He's not going to get it. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 with Aaron Spivak. Tumbling go all the Jerusalem Capitals, and the puck comes back into neutral ice. Here's 𝗵𝗫𝗁sky. Lost that puck. Backhanded out by Norris, but kept in by Blake. He shot one, hit the side of the net. Puck is still loose, but now Rezlinger able to cover.
I think Rezlinger might have thought that went in. He didn't know where it was. So you can see right there in the replay, Stinchfield was really, really mad. He got his stick caught up and grabbed onto. And then coming down the other way, 𝗕𝗏𝗺 got tripped up a little bit and it created a crazy collision where he tabletopped the leader in terms of points in this game for the Jerusalem team. Really, really big moments right here for Cologne to get back in this game and stay composed.
Dolkart puts it on the far wall. 𝗵𝗁sky on goal and a save by Rezlinger. Back in front to Kerner, he couldn't get it on. Loganov across to Dolkart. Back to Loganov. Sends one on goal looking for a tip. It gets on and a save by Rezlinger. 𝗵𝗁sky trying to push this one back to the point. He finds Kerner. Hoists one behind the net. But 𝗏𝗏 there first for the Capitals. He curls it around the boards. Loganov holds the blue line. Chips it down low in the direction of Arom Abraham. But now Michel will just slap this one all the way down. It's going to become an icing.
What a shift for that Cologne third line. I love the way they were playing there. The defensemen were just throwing pucks at the net. They're trying to get tips. 𝗵𝗁sky came really, really close to getting the goal there. And now the second line is going to try to go back to work with Dolkart and Loganov. Cologne's offense usually starts with Dolkart. Let's see what he can do if he gets possession in this offensive zone.
It's going to be the second line for Cologne. Weiner, Polozov, and Michlin out there on this offensive zone faceoff. Michael Spivak wins it for the Capitals, and they get it around the boards. Kyle of 𝗏𝗏 gets broken up, but they get it back. Here's Yuval Halpert with Levy trying to feed it back for Yuval Halpert, who was behind the defense. That pass missed him, so Dolkart able to rush back and send the puck around the boards. Now left side, it's Daniil Michlin. Works against Spivak. Good turn in the corner. Michlin sends it around. Michel there for the Capitals. He backhands one off the glass and into the neutral zone. Kaplan throws it back in. 𝗵𝗁sky will start a breakout. Aaron Spivak threw one to the middle for Eliezer 𝗕𝗏𝗺, but it's brought back the other way by the Vipers. Polozov tries to go in front for Weiner, was deflected away. Now a steal by 𝗵𝗁sky. Short drop pass for Tal of 𝗏𝗏, didn't see it coming. Able to recover and send it around for Jesse Michel. Now Aaron Spivak. Good pressure there by Charles Grecius. Grecius comes away with the puck. Now Polozov in front for Michlin. He shoots one, and I think Rezlinger got a piece of it. This one rides the boards all the way out of the zone. It's going to become an icing.
Exceptional chance for Daniil Michlin out in front of the net. He fired one at Rezlinger, who got a piece of it and sent it up high and hit the boards. That was a nice, really nice shift. It was a mix of the first and second line for Cologne in the midst of a change, and they're creating chances. Charles Grecius, who's such a fast skater and a good forechecker, started that rush for Cologne there.
Here's 𝗕𝗏𝗺 flying through the neutral zone. He's in on goal, and he scores! Eliezer 𝗕𝗏𝗺 makes it 4-2.
What an individual play by Eliezer 𝗕𝗏𝗺. We know how fast he is. He just flew by the entire Cologne team to pick up the puck. And Eliezer 𝗕𝗏𝗺 with speed is a defense's worst nightmare. The replay did not quite load there. However, you're going to see 𝗕𝗏𝗺 who just flew down the near boards. And he loves that move when he can fake a little bit with his backhand, with his body language, flip it to his forehand and go high. We've seen him make that move all year long, and it's been ever so effective, and he strikes again tonight to extend their lead to 2.
It's going to be Eliezer 𝗕𝗏𝗺 from Tal of 𝗏𝗏. This one almost kept in the zone by Josh Greenberg. Green's unable to punch it out. Now it's Gelbart. Greenberg along to Abraham. He'll 𝗵𝗵𝗆, he hoists that one over the glass. They're gonna say it's deflected.
I would like to point out on that goal, that pass, that was the puck that was lifted up and out of play. That is no penalty because it was not in their defensive zone, but that goal from 𝗕𝗏𝗺, it was a really, really heads-up play from 𝗕𝗏𝗺 to send that all the way down to a flying 𝗕𝗏𝗺. 𝗕𝗏𝗺, who has had a couple rough games in a row, made a really, really smart pass there to have the primary assist on that goal, which extended the lead to 2.
𝗕𝗏𝗺 flew essentially from coast to coast after picking up that pass from 𝗵𝗆. Makes it a 4-2 hockey game. In deep, it's Stinchfield. Alpert pins him to the wall, and then it comes around. Another penalty coming up. This one's gonna go against the Holon Vipers. Now some scuffling behind the play. 𝗵𝗵𝗆's going into it with, I think that's Chris Blake. They're exchanging some punches. Referees need to come in and separate them. They want to go. They really want to go. Blake will send 𝗵𝗵𝗆's down to the ice, and probably a couple extra more penalties coming up. 𝗵𝗵𝗆's still having words with Chris Blake.
This is going to be the second time tonight where the two leaders, again, for this Cologne team are in the penalty box together. Down 2 goals. Right now on the replay, you see Blake and 𝗵𝗵𝗆, the end of their fight. But it was the first, it was Stinchfield with a stupid retaliation penalty behind the net. I mentioned a little earlier in this period when the deficit was only 1, that when Stinchfield gets angry, it's either a penalty or a goal. There, it's the penalty. He further hurts his team, down 2 goals where their lead evaporated just in the moment, almost seconds. They're now even at a further deficit. It's going to be really, really hard for them to get back in this game if their mental game is not on point. You can see assistant captain 𝗵𝗆 Hayward's at center ice right now. And Chris Blake, I think, just got tossed.
He did. He absolutely did. He's taking off his jersey and heading to the locker room. I really didn't see an offense worth throwing him out for. Maybe that he was scuffling with the referees. But if you're going to do that, you got to do that to Max 𝗵𝗵𝗆's also. This game's just getting a little bit out of control.
Yeah, this, even with 3 referees, they can't keep this team under control. We've seen with Cologne before, they can get a little out of hand when their leaders lead by example in a negative way. And that's what they just did right there. They're really going to have to pull themselves together. I'd like to see 𝗵𝗆 Hayward be a little more vocal here. He's really trying to calm everyone down on the bench. He's the assistant captain. He's talked to him before. He's so against these foolish plays which really hurt your team.
Well, the only penalty is going to be given to Sawyer Stinchfield. That's the only one on the box. So Jerusalem heading to the power play. It's Aaron Spivak. Left side to Michael. Then back to Aaron. Now 𝗕𝗏𝗺 takes the drive in front for Olivia. Backhand chance, and it's kicked away by Goldberg. Dolkart able to clear the zone, and if you're Holon, you need to be thinking about the 3rd period already without Chris Blake. Here's Spivak dropping it off for 𝗕𝗏𝗺. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 flying through center ice. Back for Aaron Spivak. And 𝗕𝗏𝗺, cross ice feed to Michael. He shoots one, it's blocked on its way to the goal. Michael Spivak. Round intended for Halpert, it was broken up. Dolkart will hoist one ahead. 𝗏𝗏𝗆 able to settle it down. Has 1 man to beat. 𝗏𝗏𝗆 to the outside, he shoots one off the glove of Resinger. Now 𝗕𝗏𝗺 kicks it back to his stick. Drop for Yuval Halpert. Threw one on goal and just wide of Max Goldberg. 𝗵𝗏𝗃 cheating again. He gets the puck with 𝗏𝗏𝗺 along for the ride. 𝗵𝗏𝗃 across to 𝗏𝗏𝗺. In front for 𝗵𝗏𝗃, and that was broken up. 𝗵𝗏𝗃 the other way. Drops it for Netta. Then 𝗕𝗁𝗍𝗍 back in front for 𝗃𝗏𝗆. He sent one to the goal and missed the net. Now another steal. A 3-on-1 now for Holon. Here's 𝗵𝗏𝗃. 𝗵𝗏𝗃 trying to the goal. 𝗵𝗏𝗃 got it in front, and 𝗏𝗏𝗺 was taken down. There's going to be a penalty.
That's the right call there on that odd man rush. You're going to see right here, well, you're not going to see in the screen because he was moving back so slowly was 𝗵𝗃𝗏𝗺. After he was coasting back, 𝗏𝗏𝗺 had a pass in front of the net to try to set up a goal. And you'll see he kind of just posted himself in the right area. And 𝗵𝗃𝗏𝗺, because he was coasting back, got caught behind the play and took that penalty, which is all a result of not back checking.
So a lot of times on that power play, Jerusalem just gave up the puck, and it was an odd man rush the other way for Holon. None of them went into the net, but a power play coming up in 6 seconds for Sawyer. Once Sawyer Sinchfield gets out of the penalty box. Here's Michlin at the blue line, curls it to Kaplan. Kaplan shoots one on, it's blocked by Boatbull. Jerusalem can't clear. Now it comes intended for Marom Avram. Jerusalem intercepts, but they can't clear. Here's Michlin, curls it back. Battle for it near the blue line, Sinchfield gets it. Sinchfield trying to cut to the middle. Sinchfield still in the pocket, throws one on a save by Resinger. 33 seconds left in the period. Avram around to Michlin. Back to Kaplan. Kaplan over to Michlin. He shoots one off the stick of Norris. Hayward trying to chip it back deep. Boatbull behind the net, turned it over. Avram steps and shoots one into the glove of Jonathan Resinger.
With only 13 seconds left in this second period, the rest of this game is going to be dictated by Sawyer Sinchfield. Although he doesn't wear an A or a C on his jersey, he is the leader of this team. I've mentioned it before, which was a great shift from him there. Out of the box, he was forechecking, he was putting pucks at the net, he was screening this goalie. The question is, how do you want to respond? And it's up to him to find that answer. Down their captain, it's going to be on him to rally the team together and respond to this horrific period.
Out there on the ice with Charles Grecius and Carson Weiner. Weiner threw it across the ice with 7 seconds. Hayward a drive, and it hit the back of the net. Now curled out in front, intended for Hayward. He throws one towards the goal as time runs out here in the second period. Jerusalem scores 4 unanswered goals, and they're up 4-2 heading into the second intermission. We'll be right back after they scrape the ice here at One Ice.
רק אתה יודע נסתרות ליבי אנא סלח לי כי אני מזמן כבר לא אני בעיות זה השם השני שלי אני ילד טיפש וסקרן ואין כמעט דבר שלא ניסיתי הייתי עקשן לא הקשבתי בשיט סמים הם גרמו לי להרגיש בשיא עכשיו אני מסיר מסכות מעצמי הנה שוב זה מרגיש בדיוק ככה מעגלים, עולם סובב מעגלים מעגלים, הכל נשטף לחוף שוב מעגלים, עולם סובב מעגלים זה הזמן שלי, ואני כאן עשיתי מלא בולשיט, עכשיו אני קם חיפשתי דרך להסביר את כל מה שאני מרגיש והתחברתי אל הצד הרוחני כמו מיסטיקן אז זה הזמן שלי, ואני קל אדיש לכל מה שמתיש אותי זה קל ליפול לתוך הדיכאון, ליפול כשיש על מי לסמוך, למדתי בתוך זה למצוא את הטוב והכבוד לכלל. זה הזמן שלי לבקש סליחה מכל מי שפגעתי בו, ניפצתי חלומות שלו שלי וזה חזר לי כמו 𝗕𝗁 𝗺 למה כל הדרמה פה אני לא אדם מושלם, אבל נשבע שיש לי כוונות טובות תמיד. הדרך לגיהנום משלמת על הגן עדן של אתמול, תנסה לתפוס הכל, לא יישאר לך כלום, בסוף היום אתה תישאר לבד לראות איך כל כמו מעגלים, עולם סובב מעגלים, כמו עגלים, הכל נשטף לחוף שוב. מעגלים, עולם סובב מעגלים.
אתה משתחרר רק כשאתה משחרר, תהיה אתה ולא מישהו אחר. קח לך עצה, ילד אין מה למהר. אומרים אם תקנה אז למה אתה מיתה מוכר? למה אתה משקר? למה לא משקם? כל מה שקרה בך, למה אתה שקט? למה אתה שוקל? כל מחשבה זה משקף כל מה שבער בך לפני שאתה משתכר, לפני שאתה קם, לפני ששוב נופל, לפני שאתה פורק את כל השיט ומתמסטל. אחרי שאנשים רעים תמיד ראו בחצל, היום אתה רק הולך גודל יותר ומתעצם. תמיד תזכור שהכל משתנה אם רק תרצה, שיש בך הרבה פוטנציאל עוד לנצל. הרוח שוב נושבת, שוב מרגיש על הקצה, שוב עוצם עיניים, שוב הזמן פתאום עוצר. הכל כמו
מעגלים, עולם סובב מעגלים, כמו עגלים, הכל נשטף לחוף שוב. מעגלים, עולם סובב מעגלים. רק אתה יודע נסתרות ליבי. אנא סלח לי כי אני מזמן כבר לא אני. רק אתה יודע נסתרות ליבי. אנא סלח לי כי אני מזמן כבר לא אני. רק אתה יודע, רק אתה יודע. בשעת צרה האם תשמע את קולי?
Why would any player in the IEHL care so much about winning the championship? Why would they exert themselves and even risk injury to win a 1-month summer league? Why would any American or European scout, coach, or general manager care about an IEHL championship on a player's resume? Well, let me explain something that I learned this summer. In Israel, ice time is very tough to come by. The players cherish every moment they get on this white sheet of gold. Every big hit, every battle in the corner, every fight, every stride, and every goal derives from a pure obsession with this game. Each of the 31 regular season games enabled the players to set the bar just a little bit higher. The quality of hockey improved every single minute. Now, 4 teams will get a chance to jump over that hurdle. So why do these players care about an IEHL championship? It's the opportunity to go head-to-head against the best players Israel has ever produced. Eliezer Sherbatov, David and Mike Levin, Itzik Levy, Josh Greenberg, Itai Bentov, Ariel Kapulkin, and Aviv Milner, just to name a few. It's an opportunity to win at the highest level of organized hockey this country has ever seen. It's an opportunity to write your name in Israeli hockey history. The 2022 IEHL playoffs start now. Here's Milner. David Levin calling for it. Gets the puck. Shoots and scores! Welcome back to the One Ice Arena for the third period between the Holon Vipers and the Jerusalem Capitals. Both teams in search of a trip to the IEHL finals. And while we have a second, just wanted to clarify some of the penalties we saw later in the second period. Chris Blake was not thrown out of the game. He actually thought he was getting a penalty. So he went to the bench and went back to the locker room to grab, I believe, a drink of water. Was talking to referees in the scorers table during the intermission. But he is not thrown out of the game. He is still in. But he and Abraham both have 5 minutes for roughing. So Blake still in the game, but he's in the penalty box. Aaron Spivak in there for another 59 seconds. But a good period coming up between Holon and Jerusalem.
Yeah, and Holon's going to start on a power play. This could be a really, really important minute for them. It could dictate the rest of the period. You know, down 2 goals, the comeback's very possible, but you got to make something happen. It's all in the ball's in their court. They're going to decide how they want to respond from that horrific second period.
Here you see our matchup head-to-head again. 𝗵𝗀 Polozov and Eliezer Sherbatov. Sherbatov definitely getting the better of this matchup here, Jacob.
He absolutely is. In terms of point production, Sherbatov has been great. He's created. I do think Polozov has played a great game, though. A better game than we've seen him play in the past. And being on the second line, or you call it 1A, 1B, however you want to clarify it, it's going to be really important for him to step up and create offense for his team.
Puck is dropped here in the third period from One Ice Arena. A trip to the finals on the line. Hitting this one by a score of 4-2. Polozov brings it back in on the power play. Right side Polozov has 𝗏𝗏 behind him. Polozov around to Michlin. Then Loganov throws it down low for Michlin. Now back to Loganov. He drives one through and it's blocked down by his teammate Carson Weiner. 𝗏𝗏 scathing smoothly through center ice. Hands off to Polozov. Tries to break through the defense. Henrik Gelbart, wearing number 3 for the Capitals, stood him up nicely. Polozov back in. Polozov curls away from Spivak. Back to the point for 𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏 walks the line, gives to Polozov. Polozov dropped it for 𝗏𝗏. He shoots one, and it was blocked down in front, I believe, again by Carson Weiner. That clearing attempt hits the rafters.
Really nice first minute from Jerusalem. Holon on that shortened power play had no chances whatsoever. Nice zone clearances by 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗺 is one of them. And that's how you wanted to start the period if you're Jerusalem. You keep that lead at 2.
Power play is over. Back to 5 aside. Abrahams and Blake still in the penalty box. 𝗵𝗃 tries to go back for Kaplan, stolen away by 𝗧𝗏𝗺. Finds Aaron 𝗵𝗃. Cuts in and shoots, he scores! Aaron 𝗵𝗃 again! It's a 5-2 hockey game!
Not only is it a 5-2 hockey game, but that difference is all of Aaron 𝗵𝗃. That is his 3rd goal of the night. That's a hat trick. After an amazing penalty kill, 𝗵𝗃 comes out of the box and immediately makes his presence felt once again. A great play. 𝗧𝗏𝗺 finds 𝗵𝗃, who dances around Greeton, I believe. And next thing you know, it's behind Göteborg. The lead is now 3. That mountain became so much bigger for Holon right now. 2 is so different than 3 in the 3rd period.
Stinchfield is shot into the glove of Reisinger, trying to change the momentum after allowing yet another goal. Aaron 𝗵𝗃's 3rd goal of the game, and meanwhile, Abrahams and Chris Blake still talking in the penalty boxes. They were called for roughing back in the 2nd, but here's Stinchfield. Cuts the middle, and then it's taken away, and another penalty coming.
Yeah, well done by Stinchfield right there. We talked about how he's the difference maker for this Holon team. Had a really nice move to dance around, and he's much faster than 𝗨𝗏𝗺. 𝗪𝗃 stopped moving his feet, and he got his stick in there. And now they're going to be penalized. The whole key for this Holon team is how they're going to respond, and now is a great chance to respond to 𝗵𝗃's hat trick.
Jerusalem controls the first face-off of the penalty kill, and they get it cleared. 𝗨𝗏𝗺's 2nd penalty of the hockey game. Here's Hayward. Right side for Avram. Gets it in on goal. It's sticked aside by Reisinger. He'll leave it for Michael 𝗵𝗃. He goes hard off the glass and all the way down. Now it's Sawyer Stinchfield. Now Avram. Drills near the corner. He takes a tumble. 𝗏𝗏 chips it up the near wall. Schifrin holds the line. Or did he? I don't think that puck fully crossed Jacob.
It looked like it did. I think that's the right call. The referee had a good view on the blue line. It looked like it just barely crossed out. The Jerusalem team did not like that shot from Stinchfield, which was a little after the whistle. And I think, yeah, it was the right call. Puck looked out.
You can hear the Jerusalem bench screaming for that offside, and they got it. A little bit late, but call nonetheless. Here's Polozov. Back to the point for Dolkart. Looking to send it across. That one exploded off the stick of 𝗧𝗏𝗺. Loganov will race back for this one, but 𝗧𝗏𝗺 almost on a clear breakaway. Loganov. Left side Polozov, and then back for Michlin. Michlin in over the line. Takes his one to the outside. Michlin steps away from 𝗵𝗃. Back to the point for Dolkart. He mishandled that one, and now Aaron 𝗵𝗃 will give chase against Alexander Loganov. Aaron 𝗵𝗃 holds the puck in the Holon zone. But Dolkart able to strip it away from him. 30 seconds left in the 𝗨𝗏𝗺 penalty. 𝗵𝗃 another takeaway, and he clears the zone again. Abrahams and Blake out of the penalty box. Now it's Dolkart bringing it in for Holon. Dolkart out in front looking for Michlin. Couldn't get a stick on it. The other way, it's Abrahams. Marked by Kaplan. Gets around Kaplan. Trying to throw it in front for Greenberg, and Blake got back to punch it away. Now Blake ahead for Stinchfield. 𝗵𝗺's out of the box. Stinchfield cuts the middle. He can't get a shot away. Stinchfield thrown to the boards by Netta Halpert. Those two battle near the face-off circle. Puck comes out of the zone. Kaplan. Blake try to go across for Greshus at Stinchfield. Getting it in deep now. Stinchfield worked on by Levy. Now Blake. Hudson shoots in a blocker, saved by Resinger. Greshus throws it around for Blake. Now Greshus goes down off the hit from Levy. He's on the ice, and now his gloves come off. He's in a lot of pain.
He's absolutely in a ton of pain. Not sure what hurts. It could be his wrist. I feel bad for him. He was banged up in the game against Netanya just a few weeks ago. We're gonna see the hit again here. You see Greshus turn in the corner.
The hit looked clean from our angle. He doesn't get him from behind.
No, it was a clean hit. I don't think Greshus saw it coming. It was right when he got rid of the puck. It was kind of blindsided. It wasn't from behind. He just had his head turned the other way. I don't think the intention was to injure there. It was just a clean, hard hit. And he took a weird, awkward fall just because I don't think he saw it coming.
I think he just took it in a bad spot is really most of the problem here. Still on the ice, getting looked at by the medics here at one ice. Both teams gather around, and you could tell there's no extracurriculars after this one. This really wasn't anything malicious.
No, not at all. There was no malicious intent. We're gonna have a look at it one more time. A little bit of an arm extension from Levy there, but I don't think he's the type of guy to throw a dirty hit in any way, but they just called a penalty there after review, which the way this game has been officiated is not surprising to me at all, but that's not the right call. It's a clean hit.
Precious is still down on the ice.
He's almost laying down with his chest facing the boards now.
They're calling, I think, for the stretcher. Open Laura now on the far side of the ice. Precious still laying on the ice. Scary moments here at One Ice Arena. We're going to step away until this all settled down. Back here at One Ice Arena, there you see Charles Greshus skating slowly off the ice. Thankfully, he didn't need the stretcher. He's able to get up on his own power. You saw him reaching for his left shoulder. Clearly in a lot of pain. He's probably going to be done for the night. Needs to be helped off the ice.
Yeah, it's a horrible scene. Whenever you see someone have to leave a game due to an injury, I will say, though, it's such a relief to see him not need the stretcher. Whenever they bring out the stretcher, you know, it's immediately scary for all parties involved. It's great to see him skate up off of his own power. He was definitely in a lot of pain, which is horrible as is. But sometimes you got to look at the bright side. In cases like this where he didn't need the stretcher, he was able to skate off.
Just looking at where 𝗬𝗁 was grabbing himself near the shoulder and even the neck area. Look back at the clip of the hit, and it might have been a little bit higher than I think 𝗬𝗁𝗍𝗍 intended it to be. He was the one who threw the hit.
Yeah, you could see him get hit up a little high, and it could have also been on the fall. Sometimes when you hit the ground, especially the ice, pretty hard in an awkward way, it can really hurt. And that's could have been what happened there. I'm not sure if it was on the hit, if it was on the fall, but whatever it was, 𝗬𝗁 was hurt. He's in the penalty box right now, getting helped. He looks pretty good, all things considered. Not visibly in as much pain as we saw him when he skated off the ice. He's getting checked out right now.
Blake just broke a window near the bench door. The glass shattered near the side of the Holon bench. Now I think there are going to be penalties against Holon. Sinchfield also walked to the locker room. Blake is not on the bench. Now they're coming back out. It's really emotional from Chris Blake there. His team is down 5-2. Here's 𝗵𝗀, a shot. That one goes off of 𝗬𝗁. Comes out in front for 𝗵𝗆𝗆, and he scores! Quick response from 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆. It's 5-3.
We talked about 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆 needing to step up. Here's one of our featured players tonight. Him and 𝗪𝗁𝗍, who had already made his mark felt on this game. And right there, what a response. With 10 minutes to go in this game, now anything can happen. It was great play by 𝗵𝗀 initially. And after picking up his own rebound, skating far on the boards around the defense, you see him, the initial shot, got his rebound back. An amazing heads-up play to see 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆, who was cutting right to the front of the net. That's a very routine finish for 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆. He's going to finish that almost every time. We're back to a 2-goal game.
Perhaps winds of change here for the Vipers, but here come the Capitals back the other way. Levy has 𝗵𝗃 out in front. That one goes high over the crossbar. 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆 starts the other way. Kaplan whiffed on that pass. It's brought back in by Michael 𝗵𝗃. He goes down, no penalty. 𝗵𝗃 a little slow to get up. Puck comes around to Hayward. Now Daniil 𝗵𝗀. Right side for 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆. 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆 tried to center one out in front, was broken up by Michael 𝗵𝗃. 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆 chases him into the corner. Tries to throw the puck back to the point. It was intercepted by Levy. He sends Halpert ahead. Miscommunication at center ice, and Holon gets it back in over the blue line. The other way comes Norris. Over to Halpert. Halpert throws one out in front intended for Netta. That one is shot in and off the blocker. Unable to clear the zone of Neri. Gets the red line and gets it back in. Abrahams drags and shoots one. It's patted aside by Goldberg. Now Pamensky tries to send it up right side of the ice. It's picked up by 𝗵𝗀. As 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆 along for the ride. Gets it over to him. 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆 drags, shoots, and a save by Resinger, and he holds on.
Combination of 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆 and 𝗵𝗀 creating chances once again. What a zone entry by 𝗵𝗀, skating through a couple defenders using that frame of his, sliding it off to 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆, who dragged it back and fired a shot. Pretty routine for Resinger. It was great to not give up any sort of rebound. but really like the way that Michelin and 𝗏𝗏𝗺 were attacking.
Getting another stoppage of play. I believe a hand pass was the call. Face-off's gonna come all the way, or excuse me, a high sticking call. Not a penalty, just hit the puck with a high stick. Face-off in neutral ice is won by the Capitals. Here's 𝗕𝗏𝗺 behind the net. Cuts out in front. Save by Goldberg off of 𝗵𝗏𝗺. 𝗵𝗏𝗺 holds his own, tries to send it down low for Schwartzman. Turner whacking away at it. 𝗵𝗏𝗺's got it lodged in his skates. Still digging away for it. Eventually it's Schwartzman shooting one on, and it's blockered aside by Goldberg. Golkart. Turned over. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 gets it around Loganov. Looks for a pass. Gets it back to Michel. Now to Aaron 𝗵𝗏𝗺. 𝗵𝗏𝗺 tries to throw one across. It was deflected away by Pamensky. He sends his man Schwartzman hard into the boards. Comes back for Butful. He sends one on goal, and it's sticked aside and out of play.
More line jumbling for the Jerusalem Capitals. This time we saw Aaron 𝗵𝗏𝗺, 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗺, and Schwartzman out there together. And they were creating a lot of trouble for Cologne. They couldn't exit the zone. Really great chances. This line shifting for Jerusalem has really paid off. Every time that, no matter who they're with, when Aaron 𝗵𝗏𝗺 and 𝗕𝗏𝗺 are together, they've created so much offense.
𝗵𝗏𝗺's, or actually only it's Michael out there with Yuval Halpert and 𝗬𝗁 Levy. Now leading this one by a score of 5-3, and now extended stoppage.
It looks like Arthur Litterman might be arguing that he tossed Chris Blake out of this game, and then he's questioning why Chris Blake is currently on the ice. That might have been why he blew the whistle. Not exactly sure what this conversation is. You can't see it in your frame right now, but it is at the end of the Cologne bench near the penalty box. There's a discussion between the Cologne coach, Chris Blake, and Arthur Litterman. And it looks like Blake is now leaving the ice. He's onto the bench. We'll see where he goes from here.
Blake's still having a discussion with his coach. He hasn't left the bench yet. Now he's gonna leave the bench and head to the locker room. 𝗵𝗏𝗺 throwing one on goal. It's blocked away by Stinchfield. Reaching around, it comes for Kaplan. Let it go through him, so 𝗏𝗏𝗺 will bring it ahead. 𝗏𝗏𝗺 tried to hand it off to Stinchfield, but it's broken up and brought the other way. Here's Halpert. Trying to cut through everybody on the Cologne Vipers. Puck ends up near the Cologne bench. Jerome Abraham shoves Halpert off the puck. This one lands in play. Norris brings it over the blue line, and Greeton will recollect for the Vipers. Under 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in this third period, Cologne needs 2 goals to tie the hockey game. Ahead it comes to Stinchfield, broken up by Gelbart and Michael 𝗵𝗏𝗺. 𝗵𝗏𝗺 able to chop it down the ice. Here comes 𝗏𝗏𝗺 straight ahead. Abraham gets it in on goal, and Messinger will cover it up.
This is going to be a big, big moment for Cologne. Only 7 minutes to go. They're back where they were at the start of this period with a 2-goal deficit. They're going to need something quick. We've seen it's really hard to get goals with the goalie pulled in this league. No team's really been successful with that, so you want to keep it at 1, if anything, not 2.
𝗏𝗏𝗺 muscles off Greenberg. Finds Weiner. Hands off to 𝗏𝗏𝗺. 𝗏𝗏𝗺 controls the blue line. For a lane. 𝗨𝗃𝗃 shoots and he rang the post! The other way, it's Max Abrahams. Chopped away by Shiffrin. Now 𝗵𝗀 the other way. 𝗵𝗀 in on goal. To the outside, out in front, intended for 𝗨𝗨𝗃. That pass too far away from him. Around it comes Hayward in front for 𝗨𝗨𝗃. Couldn't get the puck there. Now Abrahams alone will just chip this one all the way down. 𝗨𝗨𝗃 back the other way. See a lot of him with no Blake and no Charles Gresh's for the rest of this hockey game. Hayward, right side 𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗃. Gets it in behind Jonathan Resinger. 𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗃 intercepts behind the net. Kaplan and Shlomo Mizrahi go down near the Jerusalem bench. 𝗵𝗀 now curls back to the point. Sends it down low for Ben Isri. In front for 𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗃, couldn't get a stick on it. Now Shiffrin threw it across the ice, no one there to collect it for the Vipers. The other way, it's 𝗕𝗏𝗺 with Mizrahi and Aaron Spivak. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 in front for Spivak. Back to 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Down low to Mizrahi. Tried to shovel it on goal. It was blocked away. Ben Isri slaps this one in behind Resinger. On the other side, it's Aaron Spivak clearing one out. Dolkart watched by 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Softly plays it across to Loganov. Now 𝗧𝗏𝗺 giving chase for Jerusalem. Tries to pick the puck off. Turner sends it back behind the Holon goal. Now 𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗃 missed that pass. It's football for Jerusalem. Gets it as far as center. Here's Stinchfield back the other way for the Vipers. Stinchfield curls and sends one towards the goal, but it went through the crease. 𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗃. Step up there by Dolkart. Turns the puck over. Kerner shoots. Went wide. Now this one's hoisted off the near glass, and it's Spivak. Spivak sends one out in front, hit the side of the goal. Dolkart recollects for Holon. Finds Stinchfield with 𝗨𝗨𝗃. Stinchfield shoots one, a save by Resinger that goes down into the slot, collected by Michael Spivak, and he'll clear it out. Igor Dolkart tries to go back for 𝗨𝗨𝗃. Spivak intercepts and he sends it ahead for Val Halper. Kaplan turns away from Aaron Spivak. Breton calling for it at center ice. Kaplan will take it himself. Alone Kaplan throws one on, it was deflected wide. Now Abram tries to feed one out in front for Weiner. That one was broken up and sent around the boards. Breton holds it in. While falling, he chips it down low. Avneri in the corner, can't handle it. Weiner is turned around by Michel and Avneri, and now the lead pass for Vitaly Schwartzman. Under 3.5 minutes to play in the third. Ahead it comes from Mizrahi. Curls it around for Schwartzman. Now Breton steps into Schwartzman behind the net, but Shlomo Mizrahi there to take the puck. Round to Aaron Spivak. Football calling for it in the slot. Spivak throws one on. It's gloved down by Goldberg, and he'll get the cover.
After 𝗨𝗨𝗃 rang the post a few minutes ago, since then there's been relatively nothing happening in this game. Just a lot of back and forth. You can see 𝗨𝗨𝗃 right here. I think this is the chance where he ring the post. You can see what a wrister from a tight angle, and he's kind of unlucky it didn't go in where the shot was coming from, where it hit on the post. Nonetheless, a 2-goal deficit with only 3 minutes to go. 𝗨𝗨𝗃 has stepped up, but the rest of his teammates are going to need to, and they're going to need to convert their chances.
Football a drive off the face-off into the glove of Goldberg, and that really would have changed the complexion of this hockey game, Jacob.
Absolutely. That was about 4 minutes ago now. It would have been with 7 minutes to go. It would have been a 1-goal game. But now, a tall mountain to climb for this Cologne team.
Hayward. 𝗨𝗨𝗃 now turned it over to Spivak, but Hayward comes back to punch it ahead. Lead pass, Spivak deflects it in, but Shiffrin able to keep it away from Yuval Halpert. Sergei Shiffrin ahead to 𝗵𝗀, and he's turned around by Levy. Puck comes back into the possession of Richie Hayward. 𝗨𝗨𝗃 now turning with this one. Right side for 𝗵𝗀. Angles off 𝗵𝗵𝗃. Those two go hard into the corner. Digging away at it, and it comes back to the point for 𝗕𝗺. 𝗕𝗺 looking for a tip from 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗺. It floats wide. Levy, hard off the glass. 𝗵𝗁chy Hayward couldn't keep it in, so it's Yuval Halpert. Halpert over the line. He shot one wide. 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗺 turns the other way. 2 minutes to go in the third. They need 2 goals. 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗺 drops it off. 𝗵𝗀 a shot, and it's kicked away by Reisinger. 𝗵𝗀 again with it. Tried to throw it out in front. It was blocked away by Gelbart. 𝗵𝗀 goes down. No call. Around it comes to 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗺. Works against Norris. 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗺 still with the puck. Sends it down low. Norris comes in to intercept. Puck in the air. 𝗵𝗀 threw one out in front, intended for Pamensky. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 came back to break it up. Now 𝗕𝗏𝗺 picks this one up and moves in. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 fake the drive. Moves outside, and a kick save by Goldberg. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 on the follow-up. This is Aaron. Sends one towards the goal, was blocked down and away from the net. As we approach a minute to play in the third period. Avram gets this one out to Dolkart. Up the near side of the ice is Stinchfield. As Dolkart breaking. Stinchfield tried to hit Dolkart with a pass, but a good play by Gelbart getting back. Around it comes. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 chips it around. His man Loganov. Goldberg still in the net. We'll keep an eye on him. Here's Dolkart. With Stinchfield down on the ice. Avram out in front, intended for Weiner. Couldn't get it on goal. Stinchfield gets back to his feet. Halpert. Can't clear it all the way down. Dolkart has it by the red line. Dolkart trying to dangle his way into the offensive zone. It got broken up. 27 seconds left in the third. Back to get it is Gelbart. Now a whistle. This be another penalty? Didn't see any signal from the referee.
Maybe an offsides.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's going to be. You know, a really underlying factor of this game is Jerusalem. They shortened the bench after the first period, down 2-0. They ran their top 2 lines, and they had so much effectiveness. Down 3 goals in the third period. Holon never shortened their bench. They never rolled out their top guys more often, and I think that really hurt them because their top lines were creating, but their bottom lines were not able to, and Jerusalem had success with it. I don't know why Holon didn't try to do the same.
Dolkart now throwing one towards the goal as Stinchfield sends it back in. Jerusalem will look to run out the clock. 5 seconds to go. And the Jerusalem Capitals are heading to the IEHL Finals. The bronze medalists from last year will now get a chance to make Jerusalem golden.
I am so excited for Sunday. We're going to have the battle of 𝗕𝗏𝗺 and Aaron 𝗵𝗵𝗃 versus David Levin and Ilya Spector. Those might be the 2 most dynamic duos we have seen in this league that are both coming in scorching hot. I am so excited to watch that game Sunday night. But Jerusalem tonight, their top guys stepped up. Aaron 𝗵𝗵𝗃, easily the player of the game with 3 goals and an assist. He was special tonight, and he really, really made his presence felt, and he was the difference maker.
The other side, a Holon Vipers team that really played their heart out this year. They were flying with Phil Buschbacher, but really unable to overcome his loss after he went back to the United States. Even with KHL talent and Kirill Polozov, a great center iceman in Charles Greshis, as well as Chris Blake, just unable to find their footing in the final days of the regular season, and they fall 5-3 here in this playoff game. But Jerusalem is headed to their first IEHL final. They will face off against HC Netanya. An exciting day of semifinal action here from One Ice Arena. We'll see you again tomorrow night for the bronze medal game. That will be Holon and Haifa. They'll play for 3rd place, and then on Sunday night, Netanya and Jerusalem for the gold. For my broadcast partner, Jacob Schlessel, I'm Ben Baruch saying thank you so much for joining us here on a Friday afternoon. Shabbat Shalom wherever you find yourself in the world this weekend, and we'll see you on Saturday night for the bronze medal game.
Tonight's IEHL broadcast is brought to you by 𝗵𝗃 FPV drone video, Pro Edge's skate sharpening, Hockey Central Shop in Krefeld, Germany, Transport Regent, Canada's finest moving company for over 20 years, and 𝗨𝗃 photography store in Tel Aviv.